So we're Team Silver, best team, as you'll see labeled underneath our names. This is operations and underwriting. So we're going to present the disruption to you about increased access to specifically operations, underwriting, and processing.
Like me on the job from 9 to 5, working 9 to 5, got a way to make a living, getting by, no testing and no giving, just use your mind, and they never give you credit, it's enough that's driving you crazy if you let it.
Oh, I guess I'm not gonna get anyone on the phone. This mortgage company, they just work mortgage hours. And you know, so many questions on this mortgage commitment letter. Oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? Let me see. Is there anyone that can help me? Oh look, there's a website of UMC. And an underwriter online at this hour. Let me click on the website. Hello.
Yes, underwriters really do exist, and we don't need to hide behind the curtain anymore. How can I help you? Let me make you happy, delighted, and happy.
All right, let's go.
All right, come with me and meet the rest of our UMC family.
So let me first say, no associates were arrested in the production of this film. But so the question is, what happens if we don't disrupt the market? I don't know. I'll leave it at that. All right. So what we're talking about.
That's the pen I was
All right, so what we're talking about is we're talking about removing barriers. So what we're going to expand upon is we're going to talk about connecting specifically with underwriters. We're going to talk about underwriting frequently asked questions. We're going to talk about flexible hours for operations. And we're going to talk about processors and underwriters visiting Welcome Home Centers. And we're going to talk about an operational seat switch. So, you know, the end result is we're trying to ultimately disrupt the market. And so we'll go right into underwriting connection.
So our first bullet is Underwriter Connect. Our idea is to take away the screen and remove the wizard, right? Every mortgage company, banker, you're not allowed to talk to the underwriter. That's how we'd be different. What we're proposing is a link on social media, our own individual Facebook page, where you can actually talk to the underwriter. You can reach out, ask a question, wouldn't be specific to your loan, but it'd be a general mortgage question. It would be responded back to the customer, but everyone else on the website could see it. We would also have a link on all of your pre-qual pages, so that if someone had a question about an FHA loan, there wasn't a loan officer available, or they would just wanted access to an underwriter, it would link directly to the underwriter. And then of course it would retain all previously asked questions. So some of the ways you'd get to access the underwriter would be through Mortgage Miss. If you took the mortgage knowledge test, if you failed, then wanted access to us, we'd help you kind of walk through some of the terminology. We'd have our own individual Facebook page, which would be ops and underwriting together, and then we'd have some social media posts.
And then also we have underwriter frequently asked questions, so any associate can submit these questions that they receive. Underwriters and processors can see the current pending questions and submit a response. Underwriting managers will, review the questions before they're submitted. this would be a good source to have the whats and the whys, hot topics right now, tax season. So it's always fun and what's required, what's needed. Nothing involving guidelines, but a lot of home buyers or potential home buyers like to have general questions about the underwriter. They want to have the inside to know. They feel that they'll become more knowledgeable to have this source, and I think it'll be a good tool.
I'd like to talk about flexible hours of operation. Our welcome home centers, their traffic is over the weekends. Our loan officers are working on the weekends. Why shouldn't we be available to our associates later in the evening and on the weekends too? We could provide opportunities for staggered 40-hour work weeks, shake it up, see what that looks like. Could be, I think our thought process was that it would improve associate retention, providing more options. People have lives that maybe it would benefit them to maybe work 4 9s and 1 4. Let's see what that looks like. Also, the increased coverage to the customer, I think that would be extremely beneficial to all of our customers, our home buyers, our builder partners, and our loan officers. Maybe what that looks like I said, for 4 10-hour days, we would probably exclude Monday and Friday since those are our busiest days. Work weekend hours to offset during the week. The weekend hours we would offset in the mornings so that we would have availability in the evenings and stagger it by team. We would, of course, associates would have to earn this right if we want to make sure that they're meeting the metrics and provide this benefit to them, so it'd be something they could work towards earning a privilege.
The next piece is operations, visiting the new home centers. When there's an event at the sales event at the home center, the operations and processors and underwriters would go out and participate in that event. Start with a rollout in Arizona and Tampa because the centers are obviously located there. It provides customers access to face-to-face with an operations team that they wouldn't normally have. And it builds understanding and teamwork amongst all associates.
And the last thing that we want to talk about for disruption is honestly within the centers themselves, which is giving an opportunity for the associates who are in one specific location to have an opportunity to actually do the job of another associate. Everyone always says, hey, wouldn't it be easier if somebody did this or somebody did that? Actually give them the opportunity to spend time doing their job. You know, obviously there would be some supervision that has to go along with that as well, but it gives them the opportunity to understand from another standpoint, because everything that we do is coming together for the same customer-facing focus. And as mentioned, you know, supervision is critical in this, but again, the end result of additional teamwork operationally will lead to a better experience for the customer. And with that, we open up for questions.